Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mordor campaign. It is episode 142. 42 of course being the answer to life, the universe, and everything. I have to admit though, right off the bat, I may have fucked up. I may have fucked up in the most egregious way. Somehow my massive per turn surplus has evaporated. And this is a bit of a problem because I actually, I may have recruited a few units, possibly. Just a few. I think at the end of last episode we did a rough calculation and I figured with our current mystery surplus we can probably field another 6 full stacks, you know? So I created a few recruitment zones. Everything in Mordor is pumping units towards Minas Morgul. We've got the eastern coast of the Eisen, or rather the Anduin River, pumping units towards Emin Arnen, just for our friend Zaguf, and possibly some reinforcements. I've got a bunch of places pushing units to Minas Tirith. I've got all of Rohan pointing towards Dunharrow, so on and so forth. So I've got tons of units that are en route to join the armies that will eventually be marching against Harad. And I gotta tell you, I'm getting an itchy trigger finger. Which is probably not a good thing considering... Well, let's head to the lists. And the faction rankings, again, look at this. Military ranking, we are very nearly neck and neck. I think I'm roughly at 1,300,000. Looks to me like they're possibly at 1,400,000 perhaps? And they're slowly dwindling whilst Rune and myself are doing quite well. So I'm kind of thinking, like, I want to do it. I want to pull the trigger. I want to start this war. But then I look, you know, I look towards Tarnost. And then I look towards Lon Galen and the border. And I'm just thinking, like, oh, whew, and I start sweating. You know, I gotta pat my brow with a discreet handkerchief because, whew, geez, that's a lot of men. A lot of brown men on the border. Kind of scary. Okay, so we are no longer the richest faction. We are no longer the most advanced faction. Our queues have stalled, as Wormtongue's pallid face would tell us, and we've built some shrines. Well done. And we're also like 53,000 gold in the hole. Apparently we are now losing roughly 3,000 per turn, which just tells me that we need to, I don't know, do more pillaging, essentially. So, with that in mind, let's take a look at Litash. I don't think we can actually pull out entirely out of Gundabad. Oh shit, there's actually a northern passage here, I didn't realize. Okay, well let's just play it safe, let's grab absolutely everyone's save. 1 unit, see what that does. Okay, well it seems that they're okay with that. Interestingly enough. And we can just go ahead and replace that unit in the army yet again. Let's go for it. Boom. Okay, we're gonna have Ren march towards Litash. Unfortunately, his lieutenant, Kylo, nowhere to be seen. Although he does have Ufgaz. Ufgaz is going to march to besiege the place. Of course, we'll have Ren in front of him. And, let's see, we've got Captain Dory on his way. No sign of Nemo or his parents, unfortunately. There's a few units in here, nothing we can't handle, but anyway, next turn we will be besieging Litash and possibly just assaulting it outright. We have superior numbers and all that jazz. Hormwrath, not so much. We're still waiting on his reinforcements from Goblin Town. As far as I know, they're actually being retrained, but since we lack the funds now, it's a wee problem, truth be told. He will have some spiders to assist. I don't think they're going to be nearly as helpful as I would like. And then of course we have some more units going towards Moria. That's the thing as well. I have a few settlements, well, everything in the once Sylvan Elf territories, well, on this side of the river anyway, the western bank. And the Moria, the Fangorn strip, they're all pointing towards... Well, not Fangorn, actually, but they're all pointing towards Moria, because I see this becoming a strong point as we push into the west. Unfortunately, we don't really have another general who can actually spearhead this army. Unless I'm mistaken. I mean, we are sending a guy north. We're sending Muslin because he's actually a governor. But then we have these two guys here, Gazduf and Mogash, and I'd rather keep them here because, you know, two generals on the front, not a terrible idea, although... I mean, I would really like to have Sauron be a general, but he's actually just hot garbage all the way through. From his feet to his spiky, crowned skull. Just entirely shit. So maybe what we need to do is form this army and just have it led by a captain. I can't imagine the... Oh my god, they're actually besieging South Farbad. Look at that. Shagul. I can't imagine the Arnorians are going to be too pleasant, though. They're not going to be playing nice. And you know what? I'm kind of tired of it. Let's just push on through here and let's force this strait, as it were, and conduct a pincer movement on Austin Edel. So we'll get our two orc band. I suppose we'll have to build it in this fort. Can we avoid this? Maybe? No, looks like we're going to the fort. Let's pull all of this shit out. Oh no! Well, we will... Oh, I see. I messed that up. Okay, well, we'll put these these two orc band back in the fort if I can see it. There it is. Hello. We do have 2 units of Morning Guard. I'm going to take... Apparently they don't have the movement for some reason. I'm going to grab these... Oh, man. No one has movement. What the fuck is going on here? Who knows? Okay, well, we will still... Oh yeah, I seriously messed that up. Okay, there we go. We'll send the Maulers. We will take these Uruks. Whatever archers are available, I suppose. And then finally some Olakai. There we go. So we've got a nice, roughly a stack ready to go. Truthfully, I could take some more of these, but I'd rather leave them in place. We are getting some reinforcements from our recruitment zone, as previously set up. They will arrive within the next couple of turns. Nowhere near fast enough to be effective in this offensive that I'm slowly building. I'm actually going to pull one of these Uruk archers, put them over there, send these guys all the way down to Dunharrow. There we are. And Okora Hill, I believe.
I have nothing to say to you, scum. Get ready for fighting. I respect you.
First of all, we could destroy these 2 generals. We could we could destroy Gandalf the Mean, or as I like to call him, Gandalf the not Gandalf. Gandalf the fraud, basically. I kind of want to besiege... Okay, well, first of all, it's not possible because our equipment is too slow. We are not actually able to besiege Austin Edel, but I think 2 turns for this little stack to arrive is not too long at all, and I've just realized we don't actually have any Olaghai in this army because we are waiting for them to be retrained. So perhaps it is indeed in our best interest to wait for these Olaghai. I was getting a little gun... I was going to say gun shy, but that's the exact opposite. I was getting a little hot under the collar, if you catch my drift, and I was ready to trot, ready to, you know, I don't know. I don't know what I'm ready to do. I am ready to, in fact, move on and look at the southern border. There's nothing going on. We are building some shit in Durwath, but as far as recruitment and the like goes, we're just amassing some units in Ginneard, because I actually want to split my forces here. I don't want to mass them in Durwath because that leaves our rear weak to the 2 fortresses in the Hornburg as well as Adorn. We need to take those at some point. And of course we are building some armies in Dunharrow. The units are marching as we speak. So on and so forth. That's basically all the admin we need to do in the southern half of our empire. All we need to do now is head north, because we actually have a massive battle to fight with Bard. So Dawn Death is going to destroy Bard outright, I hope, and then we can cobble some sort of army together. Well, we don't need much to capture Worm Cove, but after that we will be able to cobble some sort of army together to conquer Azanu Doom. And once we've done that, as I said last episode, we will be finished in this region. Now, I did actually recruit some units in... I recruited some units in the forest here. What? Mirkwood, good lord. Lordy. We've got units to send to the front lines, because indeed we need them. Our recently captured and occupied territories are actually a little bit weak at the moment. And let me tell you, I am none too pleased about it. So I'm going to send more of these guys towards the front, just in case these dwarves decide to get fresh. You know, they've plaited their beards, they've stretched their stubby little legs, and they're ready. They are certainly ready to mess with me in a truly non-sexual manner, of course. Now, I don't want you to get the wrong idea here, in that these dwarves, like I'm talking hundreds of dwarves, I don't want you to think that these hundreds of dwarves wish to defile my body one by one in an orderly fashion, you know, in like a single file sort of like rape gang situation. It's nothing like that, okay? They just want to fight me. And I can see why you may misconstrue what I'm saying, but do not get it crossed. I don't think I would even like that. Maybe like a little bit, but you know, what am I even saying? That would be totally absurd, you know? Who would like that? Anyway, how about them Knicks? Okay, we're going to attack Bard and his somewhat shitty army. These guys are annoying. The Rovanian Gadraft, not so much. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm going to say Gadrafts. Now, for those of you who have been watching my Rohan campaign, I'm pretty sure you'll recognize both of these portraits, but you will recognize Witherkind, because he is actually indeed the Solar Knight himself. That's right, the solar-powered rider. Bulbasaur on 4 legs. But 6 legs, actually, the 6-legged Bulbasaur. Okay, so I see immediately we have quite a missile advantage in that we have artillery and they do not. Unfortunately, their 4 units of longbowmen outclass me in range as well as probably damage output. And more than likely their infantry outclasses mine. But I imagine our cavalry and our Olghai will be more than enough to tip the scales, you know? I mean, what is a horse? It's like 4 people? I'm talking like straight poundage. Kilo for kilo. How much does a horse weigh in comparison to a man? A man is what, like 75 kilos? 65 to 75 kilos? How much is a horse? Phew, it's probably like 1,000, you know? It's got to be a good 3,000 kilos. It's I don't know, it's at least 5,000 kilos. Alright, you guys. This ought to be an interesting battle because it's essentially balanced. But enough talk. Less talking, more raiding. It seems the Dalesmen have taken to defending a monastery. Very bizarre. Well, I say they've taken to defending it, and here they are actually just sort of abandoning it, which is interesting. You know what, on second thought, I didn't realize that I had so many missile units, so perhaps we have a chance to outclass them in that division. What I do know, though, is that I want to sick my artillery on their soft, supple bodies in a most sickening fashion. I want my artillerymen to zone in on the squishy bits. Preferably on these barding herd. I want to make them bleed. If it bleeds, we can kill it, or whatever, however that goes. Of course, I'm gonna send the garbage up front you know, just to absorb the arrows, as you do. I want my archers to hurry forth and do their damnedest to shred their longbows. I don't think this is going to work, per se, but it's worth a shot. Now, it seems to me the barding herd are indeed in the center of the formation, which is exactly what you want. We've got a bunch of infantry here who we'll have to send around the flank, presumably because we don't want to attack them head on, you know. That would be a fair fight, you know, and we can't have that. Not on my fucking watch. Okay, so I really need to attempt, if at all possible, to exploit this formation, if at all possible, but I don't want... The last thing that I would want is my general to get shot up. Oh man, my artillery is already firing. Oh gee, I love it. This is the best day ever. Okay, so unfortunately we are caught on somewhat uneven ground, which is probably disadvantageous to us. Good lord. I swear, I'm a natural-born citizen. Speaking Canadian English. What in the fuck are you guys doing? Please. Litter the shit. Wreck the longbows. Bring them down. Quote, quoth the raven. Ah! Bring them down. Okay, so we're gonna have to get... What in the fuck are you assholes doing? Oh, shit, okay. Okay, so my archers are not focusing fire as I'd hoped, but they are firing, which is good enough for me. I'm gonna actually send in the Nazgul. Perhaps I can, hold on here. Let's find the barding herd. There they are. I want to send in the Nazgul because Biakuaz... Actually, we'll send these Urukai around the flank. Anyway, I want to send in the Nazgul because there is a potential that we could run off some of the enemy missile units who are beginning to fire. Actually, no, I want my missiles to focus on... Like, I don't think their infantry is... of particular note. Maybe the heavy swordsman, actually. That would be not such a bad idea to get rid of. Anyway, I'm pretty sure we can get in here with the Ologhai and the Nazgul, start to break up this formation. See what pops out. I want my Orc Band, of course, to absorb as much of these infantry units as possible. We'll have the archers pull back beyond the halberds, get the Morning Guard around. The Ologhai, I think, are being charged. Yes, they are, indeed, by some swordsmen. And it looks like... Yeah, it looks to me as if... Oh god, looks to me like my archers are the stupidest assholes I've ever seen on the planet. Yeah, good lord, they are... Und the halberds, they insist on being in the formation. They will not leave the silly... pipeline. I'm sorry, I got completely drawn out of the game. I was just like, is that like a German guy? Is he a Swiss dude? Speaking of Swiss, they know about pikes, right? That was my train of thought there, and I have to admit, not proud. Terribly simplistic. Also probably a bit offensive. Okay, we're gonna pull these Ologhai out. They're going to be used as shock troops to maybe hit some of these heavier units in the rear. For example, those bodyguards. If... Oh, shit. We're being attacked by swordsmen. Let's see if we can maybe... Oh, God. The center of this mass is just asking to get wrecked by arrows, so I have no choice but to throw all of my arrows in that direction. Now, I want to reinforce my orc band here, maybe. My raiders are going to try to pressure the flank, chase off those longbows, so on and so forth, and I've got some maulers here. I would like to use them on the heavier infantry, on the barding herd if at all necessary. We'll attack all of these units here, like so. Okay, the Olaghai have been engaged by like 5 swordsmen. Hopefully they'll just disengage and rush through to attack the bodyguard, and shit, we just charged these swordsmen, and actually that was very effective. Let's try to recreate that if at all possible. Okay, now my archers are firing, and yeah, they're actually hitting the center of this formation pretty heavily. Unfortunately, well, you know what? Actually, go for the barding herd. Whatever gets caught in the crossfire is good enough for me. And here comes some more swordsmen. Oh shit, what is going on here? What the fuck? Oh, that is, of course, the same unit I'm shooting at. Let's fire these units in the rear. We're gonna pull these Numenorians around the flank. Let's see. So we're charging the general, which is heavy infantry. We've got some swordsmen here and a lot of spearmen and the like in the center of the field. Bit of a problem. But at the very least we can... these are the raiders. Let's have them attack those spears. We've got the maulers. Let's just keep them back. And then these raiders are going to, as I said, chase off any competitors. Now we need the Uruks engaged. Here we go. Charge of the Olaghai into the bodyguard seems to have been a success. Well, we killed a few of them, but not many. Now we do have some swordsmen here, which we could probably deal with if we pick them out with the Numenorians, because there is, of course, a worry that they do too much damage to our... Oh man, if we could get a solid hit on those barding herd, I'd be very happy. Anyway, to do too much damage to our Olaghai, who, oh my shit, have probably... Okay, they've killed 20 of the bodyguard, so... There we go. We're going to charge those swordsmen, but we still need to leave a spot open for my Numenorians. But unfortunately, it looks like there's spears coming up. That's a bit of a problem. These barding herd are beginning to take casualties now, so maybe... Oh shit, these longbows have attempted to squeeze by my raiders there. Very bizarre. And let's set these maulers on a crash collision course with those barding herd. Okay, now my Numenorians have not successfully snuck around to attack these swordsmen, but maybe we can break both these swordsmen here with a head-on charge and possibly a charge into those spearmen once they are engaged with my Olaghai and whatever's... Ooh, fuck, that got me rock hard, I tell you that right now. I'm sorry I keep pausing, but at the same time, I think you can understand. I think you can understand wholly what is going on here. Okay, so we've got our raiders engaged. The maulers are slowly but surely making their way. Making their way downtown. Fucking shit up for the Dalesmen. Okay, here we go. My Numenorians again have completed a most unsuccessful charge, which... It's ridiculously powerful, actually. We've just... No, my Olaghai are starting to fall. Motherfuck. Okay, we need to break as... Did we just kill... Okay, so, at the very least... Oh, this is the undoing for the Dalesmen. Bard has been killed by the Olaghai. I kind of feel like I sent in SEAL Team 6, you know, like just like a fucking dedicated team of killers to ruin, to just absolutely demolish the sovereign leader of the nation of Dale. Good lord, what am I, Hillary Clinton all of a sudden? We came, he saw, he died. Okay, we have just broken these Rovanian Gadrafs. Is that true? Not really. So it seems to me the only units that are continuing to fight are the Barding Herd. Everything else is beginning to flee. And that is most excellent. We're going to sick some of our anti-armor units on them. I suppose the longbowmen as well are doing quite well. Dunlending bodyguards, what the fuck? That just clicked for me. These are not Dunlendings, these are Dalesmen. Okay, well, we need to actually stop firing with the artillery just in case. And there we go. We've now destroyed everything on this flank. Let's get the whatchamacallit, the Olaghai out, because we wish to avoid a catastrophe where we, you know, lose more Olaghai than we need to those Barding Herd, and let's just engage them every which way with good infantry. And we've broken those Dalesmen. Let's get this clump here. Let's deal with that, you know, if at all possible. What is this? Our raiders are split between 2 units, it seems. Ooh, fuck, those Barding Herd as well are beginning to question. Oh shit, we got that unit. They're beginning to really question their choices here. Oh man, this has actually gone pretty well. The susceptibility of these Dalish units to my cavalry charges has really, you know, changed the game. I was not expecting the swordsmen, which are heavy infantry, let's not forget, to be so perceptible to those charges. Oh, Dawn Death. I believe it's Dawn Death, right? It is actually Dawn Death, Scourge of the West, who has the eternal hunger for combat and victory. I mean, he likes combat, but doubly so when he's victorious. Because he's kind of a poor winner. Which is okay, you know. If you're gonna have a villain, he needs to be compelling. He needs to have some flaws, much like a hero. I mean, he's no Rey, who is totally not a Mary Sue. Let's not pretend that she didn't earn those skills, because she did. You know, she pilots the Millennium Falcon really good, but that's understandable because she's a Force user. You know, speaking of the Force, I mean, oh fuck, she can Force pull, she can Jedi mind trick without ever actually hearing about it, considering that, you know, she was an orphan on a desert planet, but she still knows what that is and still knows how to execute it. So on and so forth. Oh god. I just realized that there's probably a vast majority of you guys who are not as cynical about Star Wars as I am. And this is probably not the correct time or place to make these statements. You know what's hilarious? Like, fucking 4 minutes ago, I was calling Hillary Clinton basically a war hawk who had world leaders assassinated, and what I'm referring to is Libya, you know? We came, we saw, he died. That's what I'm referring to, and yet I'm apprehensive about sharing my opinions regarding the sequel trilogy. Oh god. Okay, so we have got both Witherkind, discount solar-powered rider, as well as Bard. So there's really no hope for the Dalesmen returning to this. I mean, look at this fucking massacre. Good lord. Oh, it's very picturesque. It's amazing too, because we had the downhill disadvantage. We did not have everything at our disposal here. Good lord. Well, clear victory, lost 500 orcs, killed 2,000 men. And now we're going to march towards Worm Cove. That's the place. Okay, we have killed the army outright, which is most excellent. The army has routed. Now Dawn Death, the Mad still. It seems he's reverted to the Mad. He's going to immediately march north. I can't imagine he's going to need many reinforcements to deal with what is potentially like 3 or 4 units. Let's just double check, make sure there's nothing else around. Yeah, I think we're good. The dwarves have really, like, what the fuck happened? I don't even Let's see, the dwarves. Apparently, overall, they are half as good as we are. When it comes to military, which I think we passed, apparently they're half as good as we are. But where are these armies? They're not protecting their eastern holdings, that's for sure. I suppose they've just holed up in all of their holdings in the west. Who knows? Anyway, everyone, we're going to end it here. When we come back, I suppose we'll have ended the turn, and we will continue on our march for Austin Edel, as well as Litash. That is going to happen. As always, my name is Incoherence. You guys are fucking awesome, and I'll see you all later.